The Orchard of Lost Souls. In the town of Everwood, there was a legend. It was said that an old orchard existed where souls got lost. People called it the Orchard of Lost Souls. The trees there were not ordinary. They bore fruit only once every 50 years. Lucas, a young boy of 12, was always curious. He had heard about the orchard from his grandmother. She always said, "Lucas, stay away from that place. It's not for the living." One day, while exploring the woods, Lucas stumbled upon a strange path. The path was covered with golden leaves, and it led to an old rusty gate. Above the gate, a sign read, "The Orchard of Lost Souls." Lucas's heart raced. He remembered his grandmother's words but couldn't resist peeking inside. The orchard was mesmerizing. The trees bore fruits of various colors: red, blue, gold, and even silver. The entire orchard glowed under the twilight. A gentle breeze carried whispers that seemed to come from the trees themselves. As Lucas moved further inside, he felt an eerie feeling. He saw silhouettes of people. They seemed to be trapped inside the fruits. They were the lost souls. Each fruit captured a memory or a moment from their lives. Lucas, consumed by curiosity, touched one of the fruits. Instantly, he was transported into a memory. He saw a young girl, not much older than himself, singing a beautiful lullaby under a tree. But as the memory faded, Lucas realized he was trapped inside the fruit. Days turned into weeks, and Lucas's family searched everywhere for him. His grandmother, recalling the legend, led the townsfolk to the orchard. There, they found Lucas, trapped inside a golden fruit. Remembering an old spell, Lucas's grandmother held the fruit and chanted ancient words. Slowly, the fruit began to glow brighter and brighter until it burst open, releasing Lucas. Grateful to be free, Lucas hugged his grandmother. "I should have listened to you," he said, tears in his eyes. From that day, Lucas became the protector of the orchard. He made sure no one from Everwood ever ventured near it, ensuring that the legend of the Orchard of Lost Souls remained just that, a legend. Beyond the horizon's edge, in the coastal town of Seaview, there was a myth that beyond the horizon's edge, there existed an island that no one had ever seen. The island was believed to be a place of magic and wonder, but also of great danger. Amy, a teenager with a spirit of adventure, always gazed at the horizon, wondering about the mysterious island. Her grandfather, an old sailor, once told her, "Amy, that place is not for the faint-hearted." Many sailors tried to find it and never returned. But Amy's determination was unwavering. She decided to embark on a journey to find the elusive island. With a small boat, a compass, and a map drawn from her grandfather's descriptions, she set sail. Days turned into nights as Amy navigated the vast sea. One evening, as the sun was setting, she noticed a faint outline of land. Could it be the island? As she drew closer, the island's beauty became evident. It had lush green forests, waterfalls cascading from mountains, and exotic birds flying around. But as Amy explored further, she stumbled upon an old stone temple. Inside, she found inscriptions that warned of a curse. The temple was home to a guardian spirit that protected the island's secrets. As night approached, Amy heard soft whispers and saw apparitions. Terrified, Amy remembered her grandfather's words and realized she needed to leave. But how? The island's magic prevented her boat from moving. Suddenly, she recalled a song her grandfather used to sing, a song of the sea that had the power to calm even the fiercest storm. With hope, Amy began singing. To her astonishment, the island's atmosphere began to change. The apparitions faded, and the sea became calm. With the song's power, Amy managed to steer her boat away from the island. Upon her return to Seaview, Amy narrated her adventure. She concluded, quote, "Some mysteries are best left undiscovered." Quote, the town celebrated her safe return, and the legend of the island beyond the horizon's edge grew even more mysterious. The illusionist's dilemma. In the bustling town of Mistwood, there was an illusionist named Leo. He was famous for his mind-bending tricks and had an unmatched reputation. People from all over the region would gather to watch his mesmerizing performances. One day, after a particularly impressive show, a young girl named Mia approached Leo with a question. Quote, "Mr. Leo, how do you do those incredible tricks? Is it real magic?" Leo, with a mysterious smile, replied, "Magic, dear Mia, is in the eyes of the beholder." Mia, an aspiring magician herself, was keen on learning from the best. She asked Leo if he would teach her. Leo saw the spark in Mia's eyes and agreed. Under Leo's guidance, Mia began learning tricks and illusions. One day, while practicing, Mia stumbled upon a peculiar old book in Leo's collection. The book was titled, The Illusionist's Dilemma. Out of curiosity, she began reading. The book described a powerful illusion that would make the magician invisible. But there was a catch: the magician could remain invisible for only an hour. If they failed to reverse the trick within that time, they would remain invisible forever. Blinded by the idea of showcasing a groundbreaking trick, Mia decided to try it. Following the book's instructions, she became invisible. Amazed at her success, Mia roamed around Mistwood unseen, playing harmless pranks on the townspeople. However, time flew quickly, and before Mia realized, almost an hour had passed. Panicking, she rushed back to Leo's house to reverse the spell. But she had difficulty finding the book. Desperate, Mia tried to get Leo's attention. Leo, noticing a floating book and objects moving on their own, realized what Mia had done. Using his vast knowledge, he began the process to make Mia visible again. With just minutes to spare, Leo chanted the counter-spell. Slowly, Mia began to reappear. Relieved, she hugged Leo, thanking him for saving her. Leo, looking stern yet concerned, said, "Mia, magic is not just about tricks. It's about responsibility. Always remember the consequences of your actions." Mia nodded, having learned an invaluable lesson. From that day on, she practiced magic with caution, always remembering the illusionist's dilemma. Letters to a Ghost. Amber was a 12-year-old girl living in a small town named Elmsworth. She lived in an old house with her parents. The house had been in her family for generations, and it was known in the town for being haunted. Every night, Amber heard soft whispers coming from the attic. At first, she was scared, but as days turned into weeks, her curiosity got the best of her. She decided to investigate. One evening, Amber sneaked into the attic with a flashlight. Amidst the old boxes and dusty furniture, she found an old writing desk. On it, there were several envelopes, all addressed to Elena. Amber started reading the letters, and they seemed to be written by a young boy named Samuel, expressing his deep love for Elena. Each letter was a heartfelt confession, telling Elena how much Samuel missed her and wished they could be together. Feeling connected to Samuel's emotions, Amber decided to write a letter back, addressing it to the ghost of Samuel. She wrote, quote, "Dear Samuel, I found your letters. Tell me about Elena. Why are you still here?" To her surprise, the next morning, she found a new letter on the desk. It read, "Dear Amber, thank you for reading my letters. Elena was my love, but we were separated by fate. I'm still here, waiting for a sign from her." Amber decided to help. She researched the town's history and learned about a tragic accident in which a young girl named Elena had died. Samuel, heartbroken, had written letters to her but never sent them. With this knowledge, Amber wrote another letter. "Samuel, Elena would want you to find peace. It's time to let go and find your rest." The following night, Amber felt a cold breeze pass by her. She heard a faint voice whisper, "Thank you." The whispers in the attic stopped. Years later, when Amber grew up, she turned the attic into a study. The old writing desk remained, a reminder of the ghostly friend she had once communicated with, and the importance of closure. She often told the story of her letters to a ghost, keeping Samuel and Elena's love story alive in the heart of Elmsworth.